I saw somebody name their boat Hawk Tuna.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, that's really good. That's awesome.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life BBQ Podcast. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's 8 o'clock Monday night. You know what that means? Time to kick off this week in barbecue. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. Man, we got an action-packed show. Got a bunch to go over. A little quick recap of this weekend. But first and foremost, today's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. And what can I say? Uncle Steve, incredible guy, 16 amazing flavors, including the sauce with no name. He wears all the hats. He's a one-man wrecking machine. He's mixing the shakes. He's bottling the shakes. He's cleaning up after the fact. He is CEO, CFO, ABC, BBD, whatever you want to call it. He does it all. Customer service is him. If you have any questions, email him. He's the one going to email you back. Call him, leave a message. He's going to call you back. He's going to be the one answering the phone to answer any shake questions out there. If you're trying to figure out a specific flavor profile, he can help you out and steer you in the right direction. Check them out, or check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and also on Facebook on the Uncle Steve Shake Nation page for all the latest and greatest updates on everything shake. Uncle Steve Shake. Shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. Let me tell you guys, Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job. It is your one-stop shop for your weekend warrior competition or just regular every week grocery shopping. One-stop shop. His meat selection, incredible. Need a specific cut? He got you covered. Need something special? He can order it. Always willing to help out everybody. The produce section, freshest produce around, brought in daily. Rubs, sauces, other seasonings, charcoal. Now he's carrying smoking woods, wood products. He's got you covered. And you feeling a little hungry? Sit down. Have a couple tacos. Have a bowl of menudo. Mom is behind the counter making everything from scratch. That's right. Gabriel's mom is the house mother there, taking care of all your hunger needs. Grab something to eat, sit down, talk to the boys. Have a conversation. Escape the world for a minute or two. You know, just kick back, relax, enjoy, and remember, tell them I sent you. Royce City, Texas, Joe's Meat Market. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let us see. I already know that Bat and Dutch were in. Because Dutch is still breaking my balls on the possible puppy situation. Matt Pereira, what's up, brother? Is your ass still dragging? Chris Rosinski, great turnout this weekend. Great calls. Congratulations on that chicken. Fourth place chicken, fifth place, right around there. Definitely top 10 chicken. And if I'm not mistaken, ran whole half chicken for the very first time too. So that was impressive, Chris. Congratulations. Judge Webb, what's up? Mrs. Maggs, what's happening? Tim Rogers, what's going on? Dan Lloyd, what's happening? Jason, Easy Bake Barbecue, what's up, brother? There he is. Leonard Hollywood Aberman. What is going on, brother? Tom's Food Factory. Let me say first, folks, this weekend was tremendous. We had the Rhode Island State Barbecue Championship, automatic for the Jack. 20 teams came out from local here. 3 or 4 teams from Texas came up. North Carolina, Bourbon and Blues. They came up. Great people. First sanctioned CBA event in the Northeast. Want to thank Stephen Rhonda Pfeiffer for everything they did and showing Rico the ropes. Rico is in the process of becoming a CBA rep for the Northeast. Matt is a area. Why can't I think? Area brand ambassador. And if I'm not mistaken, somehow, some way, I got named to be an area brand ambassador for CBA this weekend. So we'll get to that later on. They're dealing with the hurricane and everything down there. So let that settle. Then we'll get some phone calls going on. But great event. It went off without a hitch. Obviously, Matt was running it. So, of course, it rained. But that's, par for the course. But we had a great time, great turnout. Congratulations, Waypoint Barbecue, on their grand championship and their automatic to the Jack. And our dear friend Billy Gillespie, Smoking Hogs, on his reserve grand, had a hell of a turnout. He had a hell of a cook for himself. A lot of the guys were cooking. I was hanging out with, bouncing back and forth, but I was with Carlos Calzada from Smoking Loaves, and his food was outstanding. And he wound up, I think, 4th overall. But there was one moment that made the weekend. And it shows that what we do is a lot more than just barbecue. Matt got a phone call because the newscasters were there and public was coming in and out. But Matt got a phone call from a mother saying that her son was huge into barbecue, loved it, and was wondering if he could come by and meet some of the pitmasters. And Matt says, of course. So they show up, and I'm bouncing back and forth, and we get to, I believe we were at Billy Gillespie's trailer, and there this young man was and his family. Now, Matt, I got to bust your chops a little bit. Matt was calling him Brandon. And I'm like, oh, Brandon. And his mother corrected him and said, no, his name is Braden. And a light went off in my head. And I said, Braden, the famous Braden, who I have been emailing for a few years now? Sure enough, it was. Braden has been emailing me at least for 3 years. Braden's a student at the Perkins School for the Blind. And just loves barbecue, loves recipes, loves cooking, is always sending me emails for different topics for the show, different recipes, different questions, ideas for videos, and asking about this Dutch and CJ and Bill from Chicken Fried and all this. Incredible young man. So to be able to actually meet him in person, that was the highlight of the weekend. And, like I said, I got to meet him, Matt, Billy Gillespie, Bill. He got to meet Bill Purvis, Carlos goes up to Carlos and goes, "Oh, you're smoking Los from the So Smoking Gooder show." Carlos was stepped back and went, "Huh?" You know, and then, "Oh, Billy Gillespie, oh, I've seen you on the Pit Life BBQ podcast." And he made our week. It was that alone was just to show that what we do is more than just barbecue and cooking meat in a parking lot or a field somewhere. It's being able to give those moments to somebody, and that says it all. But yeah, hats off to everybody. Shout out to you, Braden. You're the man. We will find out when next year's date is, and we will get all the information for that kids queue for you, and you come in there guns a-blazing, brother. It was great meeting you. Everybody loved meeting you. You are the man. We are so glad you and your family came down and met all of us goofballs. But yeah, great weekend. But we are here to talk to the man himself. Dear friend of mine, supporter of the show since day one, going almost 6 years now, Ray. Been a long time. But he's got rebranded the entire line, a couple new things going on, and we're going to get into it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chef Ray Sheehan. Ray, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Johnny? How are you?
Oh, fantastic, brother. Still sweating a little bit. It's a little sticky up here today, but we'll get past it.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. It's always good to talk to you. From the first day I talked to you, through your various co-hosts to your solo podcast, and I just love watching you grow, man, and I appreciate every time you have me on. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. So where do you want to start here, brother? Let's give anybody who's really not familiar, let's give a quick rundown on you and how you got into the barbecue game.
So for the last, I would say probably 10 years, I've been in professional barbecue, and I've worked my way, I don't know if you want to call it up, but I've worked my way into barbecue and developed a brand called Barbecue Buddha that was an award-winning line of sauces and seasonings. So not to go too much into that yet, but so basically that's where I started. I started in the backyard. I started helping out another barbecue team, and I just got hooked. We started doing competitions, and in the food world is where I cut my teeth, right? So I would go and I would be I would train with different chefs, and I would work for free. Well, that's what I started doing in the barbecue world, just so I could learn. And then I started paying for classes. Like I took master competition class with Tuffy Stone, with Bob Trudnak, with Smoking Dudes, and so all these different ones, and buying books and watching videos. And so just like everyone else, I started at the bottom, and everyone's journey in the barbecue world is different, and it could be for fun, but for me, I wanted an escape from the chef world that I was in, and I wanted to something that I could kind of like enjoy doing, relax doing it, but it's still a business at the end of the day. A little bit different than the stresses of being in the kitchen or catering and those types of things. So that's where I came from, or that's how I got started. So the last couple of years, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So since 2017, I've been a featured contributor to Barbecue News magazine, and I would do recipes, product reviews, barbecue related articles. Since 2023, I've also been a featured guest co-host, contributor to the Baseball and Barbecue Podcast. Again, doing anything I can to, just stay connected to the world of barbecue, because in 22, I took on a partner in my sauce business, and we were also opening a restaurant at the same time. So it didn't make sense to keep the name. And Chris Sussman, also known as the Barbecue Buddha, was interested in the name. And it made more sense really for him because he identified as the Barbecue Buddha. That's his nickname. That's his blog. That's his website. And for me, I was just the guy that created the sauce that, that was our brand name. So I sold the trademark to him in 2022 and focused on the restaurant. And with our plans were to rebrand as the restaurant. Well, the partnership in the restaurant didn't work out. It was very, very challenging. It was very busy in the beginning, and it was great until it wasn't. So that's where it kind of gets a little shaky for me. I got really hit into a hard spot for me because I love to cook. I love to be around people. I love barbecue. And so now we closed the sauce business. We closed the restaurant. I injured my wrist. Now I have surgery. So my mental health really took a shot. I was really not in a great place. And the only way that I stayed connected to barbecue really was continuing to write for Barbecue News Magazine. And then Leonard Hollywood Aberman pulled me up by my bootstraps. And it's like, why don't you come on the show and help us out? And it kind of kept me connected to barbecue with two guys that are, Len and Jeff, they're just really great guys. And they happen to host another show. And by the way, they speak very highly of you.
And that would be Jeff, the old Coot Cohen.
That would be the old Coot, get off my lawn Cohen. But my point is, like you, they're true friends. And, they saw I was having a hard time. And so it just brought me back. It just kept me going. So I end up, coming back after surgery. I got a corporate chef gig. And 3 days before Christmas, they eliminated my position. And I'm like, wow, this is like the universe telling me to get back into barbecue and really pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So that's when I turned around and I decided, you know what, I'm going to bet on me because I developed this brand. I have these award-winning sauces and rubs. And, we, at the time, we were probably in at one point we were in about 100 stores and selling online. So I really had to plan my comeback. And the comeback, basically, I took it as rebranding and doubling down on any name recognition that I have from my cookbooks or my writing. And so my company is Chef Ray's LLC, and the brand is the Chef Ray Sheehan brand. And it's the same sauces, the same seasonings, maybe slight tweaks just to use fresher product or fresher ingredients. If anything, I've only heard that they're better, and we've added a couple things. But so that's the short version, a long-winded answer to your question.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. And there's Len. We love you, Ray. You're the best, and we're lucky to know you. For sure. For sure. Likewise. Well said, man. Oh, yeah, shit. That's what I forgot. The books. The books are over there. But, yeah, your books. So it's the newest one is the Cooking on the Big Green Egg.
Yes. Yep. That was the last time. I think the last time I was on the show. So for me, I can't tell you how excited I was both times for both of my cookbooks on the publication day to be on your show.
Yeah.
And what to hang out with, it's I'm hanging out with a good friend of mine and we're just talking about barbecue. We're just shooting the shit and we're talking about this new book that just happens to be out that day. But it was really cool. I thought that was really awesome.
And then your first book, award-winning barbecue sauces and how to use them, is I have an entire array in collection of cookbooks. I'm a cookbook geek. I love collecting cookbooks. That one cookbook is the one that I use the most. It's out there, all the different sauces. If I'm having a party and gotta make up sauces for the party, I'm breaking that book out because of the recipe, and we'll get into it, the Memphis Mop. By far, my all-time favorite barbecue sauce. It is always a smash hit for anybody who tries it. In the entire book, you want to go with an Asian fusion, a mustard sauce. We make the Carolina. Also make the Carolina mustard sauce to make your Southern style potato salad.
Right.
And fantastic recipe, fantastic sauce. And the other one I make on a regular is your Alabama white. And I actually use it as the dressing for my pasta salad.
Oh yeah, nice. There's a pasta salad with that in the book. I don't know if you're making that exact one, but that was the idea, that you could make this sauce, and it makes a large quantity. So you can use it for your smoked chicken, you can use it for your pasta salad, your coleslaw. That's my wife's favorite, I think, probably for all the sauces in that book, would probably be that one. If I'm doing wings, she's like, "You're gonna make your white sauce, right?" And then she'll use it all throughout the week.
Oh yeah, because I'll do that with the with Claudia. She loves that Carolina mustard sauce, and she'll use that on all types of stuff, and she'll mix and match. And came up with a few interesting concoctions. I'm not sure what they quite were, but man, they tasted good.
And that's the idea of the book. You can mix and match the sauces with the different proteins, or however you want to use it. I mean, the mustard sauce is really versatile. I mean, you can use that. I think in the book I did like a pork loin stuffed Cubano with like the Cubano filling. But you can also use it on deviled eggs. You can also use it, on a million things, on brats. I tweaked that recipe and entered it into a sauce contest for the sauces of honor, and we got 4th place out of 126 sauces. So I'm really pleased with that. That it's like got up that high. That's like quite an honor. I think Billy Gillespie was number 2. So I'm in good company, as I really look up to Bill. I mean, he's an amazing pit master and sauce maker, and I have all his books. So he's someone that I really like to, follow up in the world of barbecue. So.
Oh, absolutely. But like I said, you had your 2 books, and you had your line of sauces and seasonings. Now, what did it take to switch the product line over to or the rebrand? Because that can't be just call up somebody, hey, it's no longer Barbecue Buddha, it's now Chef Ray Sheehan, make me 4 rolls of each. There's more with between websites and copyrights and all this other stuff. So what did it take, and how long was the process, or is the process still going?
So in a way, it's still going, because even though I'm using my name, I have to apply for a trademark. So I'm back to square one with that. So that's in the process. I'm in the process of doing that. As far as getting everything online. So I used to have 5 products. During this kind of off time when we had the restaurant, one of the things that we made consistently was fried chicken. I would make the dredge for the fried chicken, and we had a pressure cooker, and that was one of our most popular dishes. So to serve that with that, we had a hot honey. So I decided that if I ever rebranded, when I come back, I want to have hot honey in my line, because hot honey you can use in your rib wrap. You can use it in your bourbon with swirl it into you. Next time you're going to have a glass of bourbon, swirl it in there. You can have it on your ice cream. You can have it on your pizza. There's so many different ways you can use hot honey. And the idea behind branding it Chef Ray Sheehan is kind of a nod to my chef background. And also, too, I'm leaving the door open in case we want to have any other products besides barbecue products. Right now, the door is just kind of like it's a crack open. I'm really focusing on my core barbecue products. So the Memphis is still the Memphis barbecue, sauce. Um, the Kansas City is still the same. The rubs, we kind of upped our fresher into fresher spices, I think, and they're a little bit maybe tweaked just a touch, but it's the same recipe technically.
Yeah.
The hot sauce, that was a winner before. It's still a winner for us. It's not super hot. It's a cayenne red pepper sauce with notes of garlic and spice, but
That would be
that's
the Jersey Heat hot
the,
sauce.
the Jersey Heat. So we, with the rebrand, we had to do all new labels. My designer retired, and I was in search for a new designer, and I found a really great guy named Doug Jolly from Red Iron Design in Pensacola,
Mhm.
Florida. Doug also happens to help out Big Mo Quezon do the Pensacola Egg Fest, and he helps him out at Memphis in May. And he loves barbecue, and he's like, I got you. He did Bob Trudnick's redesign of his,
Yeah.
Bobby T's, and I worked with Doug for the better part of like almost probably closer to 3 or 4 months, coming up with the concept, with the what the labels should look like, everything that needs to be on the label, and it was revised. It's like, when I'm writing a cookbook or when you're creating a recipe, it's like it's constantly, it's a process of revision. So it was like that with the labels. What they started out and what they ended up being are kind of two different things, but in the end, our labels now sell a third faster than they did before as barbecue Buddha. Now the barbecue Buddha labels were nice, but they were kind of plain.
Mhm.
They were kind of like Campbell's soup. They all look the same. With this brand, now all the products will stand on their own. So the Memphis, has the little cityscape, the skyline, and so does Kansas City has their different cityscape. But then the hot sauce has the beach, and it makes you feel like,
Yeah,
it's
the
kind of like,
colors.
it's like the Jersey Shore. And then the OG rub, that's our original. That was the belly rub.
Yeah.
So, and the Zen steak rub, that's just called the beef rub. We're just trying to look, like an old fashioned, kind of like a cowboy theme to it. You
There's
could see.
the hot honey.
And what I love about the hot honey label, you can see the honeycomb. You can see a little bit of heat coming
Yeah.
through the honeycomb there.
Yeah.
Um, but the hot honey is really fantastic. If you like
It
hot
is.
honey, this is really great. And finding someone close, like local to us, to do it was a little bit of a chore, but glad we partnered with this company to do it. So all my products are made by USDA inspected facilities. They're my recipes, but I'm not making them at home. Uh, unlike, I mean, I don't know, Uncle Steve might make his own products. I'm a one man band similar to him
Mhm.
in the sense that I take the orders, I pack them, I make the deliveries, I do all that stuff. The only thing I don't do is physically make the product. But it was a process, and so we had 5, so now coming online with 6 products, and I have probably 4 more recipes that I could put out tomorrow, but
Oh yeah.
it's a process, and we need to grow, and you need to be able to finance it all and keep those items in stock. Right now, we're a little bit behind on rubs, so that's going to be a couple weeks, but everything else we're pretty well loaded up on. So
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Brother Steven, what's up? NBL, what's happening? Smoking Los, Carlos Calzado, what's up, brother? Great finally meeting you in person, spending some time together. And congratulations on 4th overall. You're on a road game and not your equipment, and you come and throw that up there, brother. A tremendous cook. Like I said, I spent a lot of time with Carlos this weekend, and his food was on point. All his turn-ins were on point. And he said, you wound up on a table here, a table there, didn't care for the Texas sauce or that. All his proteins were fantastic. But like you said, brother, great meeting you. Thank you for a couple of the tips. I appreciate your tutelage. And he didn't hesitate to stop back and quiet up. He was giving me some insights and little ditties, if you will, that I will definitely be using next time out there. Larry Vaughn, what's up? But yeah, like I said, the sauces are always amazing. The hot honey I am actually absolutely loving right now. And then of course the Jersey Heat is, guys, if you're a hot sauce fan, this is not overpowering, but it's also full of flavor, which is what you want in a hot sauce. You could go with the old, there you go, kill yourself. Burn your face off, the meal's ruined. The Jersey Heat is fantastic. Now, did you change any of this recipe?
No.
From when it was the mantra sauce?
No, I didn't change it. It may be a little bit darker because I had a smaller batch made, and so sometimes when you do a smaller batch, it doesn't come all the way up in the kettle. Yeah. It kind of cooks a little bit, but there's no change to the recipe. I just wanted to get a small batch out there so I could get all 6 items going. But the brand, I think I have a different perspective too. Like, the brand is not just the products now. The brand, because I'm putting my name on it, the brand is everything that I do now. So anything that I write, like, I'm trying to do more, like with Barbecue News Magazine. I'm not just doing recipes. I'm also doing now, I did a holiday gift guide and a Father's Day guide. And I think we're just going to keep it at the 2. And like I had mentioned to you, I wanted to see if we could get Uncle Steve Shake in there. And there's some other products. Mm-hmm. We've had Magna Chef barbecue gloves in there, forged to table knives. And some of these are companies that I have either done content creation for or have, some sort of ambassadorship with. But they're also companies that I believe in. A lot of them are small business. And sometimes, I can just say, I know the struggle of having a small business. So sometimes getting that free press, like, there's no cost to be in the gift guide. So let's just put that out there. I'm looking for companies that are, it could be a mom and pop company that's a sauce company, a grill company, gloves. Occasionally companies will send us a product to try, but they're not under any obligation. There's no fee. I just want to shine the light on them. Mm-hmm. I appreciate when people do that for me, and I just want to pay it forward. So being the brand is more than just the products. We did, I'm doing more like demonstrations, working with the Egg Fest with Big Green Egg. And one of the things that we did was we did a kids queue. You had mentioned the kids queue at the event that you were at and how important it is. I'm a huge, huge, huge believer in promoting the kids and getting them, Barbecue News has the Future of Q magazine that they're doing. Yeah. So if there's any kids that are like, they want to write recipes, they should send it in to the Barbecue News and the Future of Q and get their recipe published. And it's something, again, there's no cost for that. Promoting our youth, that's our legacy in barbecue. Training and teaching and preserving and teaching the legacy of barbecue is just so important. So Buxton Egg Fest in Ewing, New Jersey, there, I participated in that. They had an awesome kids queue, so I donated like my book and the prize pack for the kids, for the winners. But the fun thing was talking to the kids before they cooked and then giving them pointers and seeing other chefs give them pointers, and like the kids' eyes like opening up like sauce, like, oh wow, like A, someone's taking the time to talk to me. B, they're giving me all this great, information. And one of the kids won, that we had talked to. So I was like, that's so cool. Like, what a great feeling for them, So anytime we can shine a light on the kids, that's what it's all about. Melissa Cookston has the World Junior Barbecue League. Yeah. There's
schools in Texas that have barbecue as a class. I mean,
high school barbecue league.
high school barbecue. So any time that any of us can promote kids in barbecue, I think it's a win.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because when it comes to it, as cliche as it sounds, they're the future of barbecue. They're the future of what we do. Yeah. Does it take a certain something to do what we do? Sure. Because but it's expanded so long now with technology alone changing everything. It used to be the old stick burners, and which I still cook on. But you're up all night. You're feeding that fire every 45 minutes, an hour, till the cook's done. Now you get into the the pellet grills, which at the very beginning, I was old school on them. Then I got a Green Mountain Grill Trek.
Oh,
so the small, compact travel camping one. Oh my God. It is so simple. Yeah, okay, you're not fully paying attention to it. But it couldn't have came at a best time. This was when my wife had hurt her leg moving some wood around here and wound up having to have surgery and was laid up for 3-4 months. So I was cooking on that because I'm trying to take care of her for anything she needs. I'm trying to get the kids calmed down to not piss her off. I got the dogs and this, and in the background you're just hearing,
Yeah, right.
the robotics of it. But man, it cooks an incredible product.
Yeah,
for a little grill, 10-pound pork butt, we all know the size, with plenty of room to spare. I actually have a Kamado Joe, the Kamado Connect or the Connected Joe showing up tomorrow. They're dropping it off.
Oh, wow.
So that's the Kamado. So the green egg, that style cooker.
Right.
But with the technology to stoke the flames and everything. So, that's going to be interesting to start playing with. I'm just hoping the truck's going to be able to get into my neighborhood, but we'll leave that to him. He's the professional truck driver. But the way the technology has gone, yeah, you make the waves with it. Yeah, okay, I'm doing a 12-hour brisket. Guys this weekend we're doing 5-hour briskets. The game has completely changed.
Oh yeah. I mean, and even just the fact that you're taking the time and making it about them and showing them how to season or how to select. This is how we trim the brisket. It's those little things, those little details that will stick with them, and they'll be like, my dad taught me how to season. My mom taught me how to do this, and eventually you'll be surprised that they remembered it all. I remember teaching my son how to grill steaks, and I wasn't sure if he really was paying attention. I dedicated my first book to him, and in the theory was that I wanted to memorialize the fact that we spent so much time barbecuing together and what a great bond it created. So then he gets to do this steak cook-off, and he's like, timing it 4 minutes like this, 4 minutes. I'm like, oh, where'd this kid come from? Like, I didn't even think he was paying attention. And here he is. And when the Future of Q first came out, he was writing recipes for them. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time between school and wanting to be a rock star. He didn't have enough time to continue it, but he loves barbecue and he loves to cook. And it's like this. I told him, you don't have to do it for a vocation, but you have to know how to sustain yourself. If you can learn to cook good barbecue, you'll never go hungry and you'll always have a friend. So.
Oh, absolutely. Truer words have never been spoken. There you go, Carlos. Yes, my daughter tells me how to make a steak. Gotta
Perfect.
love it. Gotta love it. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Um, but we'll circle back a little bit to obviously what we were talking about, the Barbecue News magazine.
Love
And
it.
I'm pretty sure this is July's episode. Okay, July's issue. So this is the newest one. And like you said, every month you have an article of a recipe, and this month is smoked shotgun shells. A quick picture on that. Very nice, very nice. And it's a quick, easy recipe, easy read. It's the one page, and right at the bottom, right there, there's publishing the two books. Get yours now.
On the digital version, there's a link to buy the books on Amazon.
Okay.
In the digital, I try to do, for the most part, I pretty much try to offer something that's going to either be like an easy recipe for someone, because I mean, think of the audience. My audience is people that know how to barbecue. It's not like I mean, I'm writing recipes for people that, like, maybe they just want something different because they know how to make brisket, they know how to make ribs, they know how to make whatever. So my job in my mind is, I want to show them a different rub. I want to show them a different sauce. I want to show them maybe a different technique, or maybe something that's trending, or something that they haven't seen. If I just keep going, okay, here's, spare ribs, here's spare ribs, here's spare, people are going to be like, oh my God. Now, that being said, sometimes it's difficult to come up with something new. It's been since 2017, every month, a different something.
Oh yeah.
So you really want to come up with, like, one time we did, like, beer can bacon burgers. You're stuffing the burgers. So it's just like kind of different things. Sometimes there's silly, quick things that they're like, oh, I haven't thought of that in a while. Let me try making that. Or this has a different sauce to it. Why don't I try that?
Yeah. And I just happened to have June's here, and it was like you said, smoked beef brisket and burnt ends.
Right. So we went a little, all out there. And in the past, I've tried to do bigger articles, which would be like, say, 7 tips for better brisket. Or one year I did the poultry proclamation, and the poultry proclamation won first place in the awards of excellence. But, so when I have more time, because I'm doing all these things, and then I'm trying to do that, so I can, share knowledge, all about poultry. So we did, turkey, we did chicken, we did a couple different sauces with it. And when I have more time, I just do more.
Yeah.
It's not really that coordinated. Like, if I come up with something, I submit it, and they're usually really great with, whatever is submitted. They usually find a place for it.
Yeah. No. Now you see this? And he loves me.
Wow.
Can you believe all these people have absolutely nothing to do so they can listen to Mags? That goes for you too, there, Chef. Chef, that is the Barbecue News magazine. Kel Phelps from the obviously he started the Barbecue News magazine, but also now running the NBBQA. It's a great monthly publication. A lot of recipes, inside looks. There's usually a comp section. Barbecue events in the back. They'll talk to different people and insights. They even one time they must have ran out of stuff to do, because they actually did a story on me in the show a few years back.
That's good. You deserve that. You deserve that. You need.
Oh, it's framed over there. It just got taken off the wall for one of the kids' coat racks they made in school. So I'll find a new place for that.
But I don't take any of these things that I do lightly. Like, I don't take it for granted, that people buy my products, or that they're happy that I'm back. I'm happy to be back. Being in the world of barbecue is like, it's home for me. So I don't take it for granted that I have this opportunity to contribute to Barbecue News Magazine or to Baseball Barbecue Podcast or to any of these other companies that I've worked with, here and there. I feel like it's very fulfilling, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it beats the weird hour jobs that I had before. I mean, and I love the world of food, but it could be, it could be so tough, man. I mean, I was a baker at one point, and I was like, going in at 2 a.m. It's like, if I'm up at 2 a.m, I'm throwing a brisket on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's why I've tried my hands at baking, and I'm miserable. I can make a pretty decent banana bread.
Okay.
And my recipe is this, folks. 2 browned bananas, so a couple days old, and this little pack of what was the main banana bread? Look, shit. Chiquita bananas, Chiquita.
Yeah.
I want to say Chiquita makes it. It's a little pack. It's 2 for $5 at the banana rack at my local grocery store. You add like a quarter cup of oil and like 2 eggs, beat it all together, and put it in the oven. Done. Anything else other than that? Not so much. My daughter's the baker in the house, not me. So I'll stick with the meats. And of course, even that gets questionable sometimes. Ooh, you run into the ruts here and there. Jeff, what's up, brother? Great seeing you this weekend, brother. Absolutely, and good luck at the your event this weekend in Connecticut. That should be a good time. Making Libby a German chocolate cake for her birthday Friday. Got to practice my decorating. You know what to do, Chef? I got it perfect. Chocolate cake, put some chocolate frosting on it, and then gently place that beef-loving Texan belt buckle of yours that you won, just to show her that, she is married to the champion. Just saying. Oh, shit. But yeah, Ray, it's, like we had talked a couple weeks ago, and, we kind of both said that, everything that's going on with you, it's the old, it's the phoenix rising from the ashes, which is which just emphasizes, your drive, your passion, that, you faced adversities on different levels. And yeah, they hurt, they stung, it sucks. You put your heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into everything. And, these things happen, but you prove that you keep on plugging.
You got to keep moving forward.
Next? Keep moving forward. The new brand, let's go. And, like I said, I commend you for that, brother. You don't stop. You don't let it get you down. And even if it does, it goes for a little bit, then it's like, what the hell am I doing? Let's go.
What really changes, like what really, turns that frown upside down is when you do a demo and people taste the product and they're like, ooh, and they're like, that's good. And then they buy it. I mean, but it's that instant gratification of knowing that you created something that people will enjoy and feel good giving to their families. The products remain the same. I'm steadfast in making products that are, all natural, free. They're free of a lot of different allergens that people try to avoid. So I still have the good to know box on the side of the bottle that says, good to know. There's no high fructose corn syrup, no MSG, no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives in them. In any of the products. So, when you buy one of my products, you're not getting any bad fillers. You're getting 100% of the ingredients that are listed on the bottle. You're not paying for stuff that's just going to be a filler in there. You're going to get the real ingredients. So.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Now, speaking of demos, I almost skipped over that part. So you're going around different weekends doing demos, but one that sticks out really, as in the recent past, was you were down doing demos at Smoke Slam, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. We went down to Smoke Slam down in Memphis, across town from Memphis in May. Some of the other people that were doing demos at both at Memphis in May and Smoke Slam. I was a featured presenter in the National Barbecue and Grilling Association's live fire experience. It was a really cool thing. I mean, it was like a really great atmosphere. There was a lot of people. More people towards the evening than in the daytime, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, so it was really cool I did Memphis style wings. We had Myron mixing his bark pellet cookers on a trailer. So we were smoking the wings on there, and I used my OG rub and then hit them with the Memphis mop, and then a little bit of sprinkle of the OG rub, ground a little finer on top to mimic like a Memphis rib. And people were like, "Oh, that's good." And I'm like, wow, like that. So for me to serve my Memphis sauce in Memphis was a really big deal. And it was really nerve-wracking because, these Memphis people in Memphis, wings are almost as important as the ribs, so is it going to fly with them? And it was a really great response. So I felt really fortunate that, here we made a good product and people recognized it. The other demos that we did, I smoked wings, and then we did the Kansas City sauce, but I mixed in some of that hot honey to it. So you got like a sweet heat bite, which was really good. So that was really fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to next year, maybe be a little bit bigger part of the Smoke Slam Festival. That's a really family-friendly event. Whereas if you buy a ticket, that as part of your, I think it was $25 to get in, as part of your ticket, you're going to eat. You're going to eat. There's tons of people. There's demos. There's Al Fragoni doing demos, the Seattle Butcher's Wife, the Ron Matthew. I mean, all these people making so much great food. Plus, then you had the NBBQA live fire experience. You had Mike Starr. You had Erica Roby. You had, I was there, but I'm just saying you had so many people that were making, it was all about eating. And what does that do? That brings people together. Barbecue and food in general bring people together. So that's really great if you want that type of experience, if you want to be more, they did have a competition, but if you wanted to be more traditional and compete in Memphis in May, to me, Memphis in May is always going to be the premier barbecue competition. I mean, they're two totally different types of events. And I was happy to be asked to be part of it. And it was really a fun time.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But yeah, that was great that the demos. I'd love to do one at some point. It was so much fun, to sit there and cook and just have everyone try, and I'd love that. But what lies ahead there, brother? You've risen from the ashes, so what's coming down the line?
Hopefully at least one more new product, hopefully by the end of the year. If not, then we might have to go into the spring with it. So a new product. I am working on another book proposal. I have another writing project this year that I actually had some recipes featured. One recipe in my friend Krista Towns. She has a new book called Mushroom Gastronomy. If you're into mushrooms, it's an awesome book. She's one of the editors for Fungi Magazine, and she has like all these great recipes for mushrooms, and some include meat and some don't. So one of my recipes was featured in her book as part of one of her recipes. And then 5 recipes of mine were selected to be in Brian Baumgartner's new barbecue book,
Brian Baumgartner from The Office, Kevin from The
Yeah.
Office, released a barbecue book, and he previously had a chili book, which was a New York Times bestseller, where
Oh,
he
interesting.
does like his main recipes in the beginning, and then he has all kinds of different chefs, home cooks, influencers, celebrity chefs, all kinds of people submit recipes, and then they select recipes to be in the book. So 5 of my barbecue recipes were selected, including my Kansas City ribs. I mean, St. Louis spare ribs with Kansas City barbecue sauce made it into his book. So next year is going to be more writing. I'm actually submitting recipes for another high profile barbecue book. But I won't know, what's going to be included. So I really can't say that. But so what's next? More writing. I hope to broaden my repertoire of writing and be featured in more places with it. It's something that really brings me peace. I find that I focus. Once I get to focus, it's getting to that spot, and then once I can just focus on that, I can just go. So there's that. But I want to grow the business and the brand, and that's all part of the brand. So the bigger I get, the bigger the brand gets. So my focus is going to be doing more events, getting out there, more demos, more kids cues, just being more involved in the barbecue community, and at the end of the day, moving more product.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And obviously, with the new branding lines comes a new website. So, what's it's chefraysheehan.com?
It's just, I just put my name, just raysheehan.com. Keep it simple. It's less to type in, raysheehan.com. And as I asked you when we spoke a while ago, if it would be okay, I am offering a 15% discount if you go on my website, raysheehan.com, and you enter the code PitLife15, you get 15% off your order. It's good for a week. It's good through the 15th of July as a thank you, because everyone, a lot of your listeners have always been very supportive. And I just want to say thank you. And for the new people that are just getting to know me, give me a shot. You won't be disappointed.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, to be raysheehan.com on your order at checkout, promo Pit Life, PITLIFE 15% off your order. Like always, Ray, thank you so much for that. That's so generous of you. And come on, guys. I know Carlos is looking to get himself some of that hot honey. So there you go, brother. And I'll put that in the description too when after we're done, when I'm doing all my typing stuff. I gotta type now, Ray, because I'm the one-man show now.
You got to do the show notes and all that.
Spoiled for those years, So I sit there and I chicken peck, and I eventually get through it. But yeah, guys, like I said, go check out Ray's website. Try his line. Are your books available on the website also?
They are, and so both of my cookbooks are available on the website, and I have a limited supply of Brian Baumgartner's book also on the website. But yeah, you can get pretty much everything on there. You can get the cookbooks, you can get the sauces, the hot honey, and get some money off too.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. But like I said, first and foremost, thank you for your friendship and your brotherhood. It means the world to me. You, like I said, you've been with me since day one. We're going on 6 years. This August 8th will be 6 years of this.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you and your friendship, and your steadfast support. Always, you always have mine, and I don't know what to say, but I just want to keep watching you grow. I want to keep, it's been great. Like I said, seeing you go from
the humble beginnings to where now you command an audience and you have such a great show. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, anytime, brother. You know that. And thank you for taking the time to join me. And, hopefully we introduced you to a few new people and catch you up with some of the good old standbys. Yeah. So thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
That's it, folks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. Catch the audio on all of the audio platforms, iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. Any questions and comments, please send them to Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. Please like, subscribe, rate, give me 5 stars. I'd appreciate it. It helps the word get around in these wonderful algorithm-based worlds we live in now. But we're still working on next week, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, shout out. Great meeting you, Carlos. Oh, absolutely, Dave. We'll get that done at the new fancy bar and grill up in Weirs Beach, Laconia, New Hampshire. Dave is slinging some amazing Q up there using the Uncle Steve's product. And but yeah, I got to get in there. Just got my shirt the other day, so thank you, brother. Appreciate it. But yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll do a live broadcast from the restaurant. And like I said, guys, check out raysheehan.com, and that's code PITLIFE15 for 15% off. And get the new products. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.